Hey guys, it's Lauren. I don't know why I'm doing that with my hands. And I have Carly here today,
Hi.
special guest. Everyone go follow her.
Yep.
And so we actually getting ready to go off to college ourselves, moving out soon, and I know like a lot of my friends are in high school and just people I know, they're going back to high school already, and we thought, we're high school graduates, so we're going to share some tips for everyone going into high school, already in high school, just things you should do, not do.
So we put together a list of like the best tips we could think of. So the first thing on our list is be friends with your teachers.
Yeah, I almost didn't want to include that because I feel like any tip video you watch, it's gonna say that, and it sounds like so like overstated, like cliche kind of thing. But no, like for real, be friends. I don't care if you hate them. Be friends with your teachers.
Yeah.
And don't be like weird about it. Like, don't be like one of those like pick me girls who are like, oh my gosh, like me and Coach whatever are best friends. Like,
yes.
But like no, just be like respectful to your teachers. Nice. I had one teacher I did not like at all, and no one else liked him either, but I was always like respectful to him and nice and stuff, and like he would just like give me some bonus points sometimes and stuff, and it's probably because I was the only person that was nice to him.
Yeah.
But if you're like nice and respectful to teachers, they're more lenient on things. They're more understanding if you're like late to class, if you have late work. At my school we had like a minute before class starts bell and then an actual late bell, and I would hear the first bell and be like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough time, and I would go to a teacher that I liked, that I had a good relationship with, and they would like write me a pass sometimes or something like that. So it just helps if you have teachers that you can trust and talk to and have a good relationship with.
Tip number 2, don't worry about being in a high school relationship.
Or, like, just a date to, like, a dance or anything.
Yeah,
like, it's not
don't
that big a
worry
deal.
about this stuff. Like, it literally, like, I hate to say it, but a lot of high school relationships are not gonna last.
No, most don't.
Yeah, especially if you're, like, in, like, 9th or 10th grade, and, like, you're meeting new people, and it seems really exciting, and all your friends are, like, dating people, and you want to go date people, too. Don't, like, force it on yourself. Like, if you're gonna be in a relationship, it'll come. You know?
Yeah, and even if you are in a relationship, you don't need to be thinking this is a forever relationship. I was in a relationship my junior year, and it was not a good one, but I like kept it on for, this is actually, I feel embarrassed telling this, but like we would talk about like how we were gonna like get married and stuff, and I should have broken up with him a while before because we just weren't compatible. It was kind of toxic, and it just wasn't working out. But I didn't, because I was like, oh, relationships are supposed to last forever. Like, love is supposed to be forever. I was like 16 years old. I did not know what love is. And obviously, like, some people do find their forever person at that age. I didn't.
It's okay to date around. Like, find other people. You don't have to stick with the first.
And by date
person
around,
that
we
you
don't
find.
mean like cheat on anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what I
date
mean.
different people.
Date lots of people. Not at the same time,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah, and for like dances, it's okay if you don't have like a date to the dance. You can go with friends, you can go with groups of
literally
friends.
It will be just as fun or more fun if you go with friends.
Yeah.
Like my first prom, I like wanted to find a date so bad because like all my friends had dates, and I was like, I have to go with a boy, and then it sucked. Like I literally didn't even know this kid. It's just some random kid I didn't know.
Yeah.
It was not fun at all. Like he didn't dance at all, and I was like, who are you? Like why did I even want to go to prom with you? I don't even know who you are. Literally just go with your friends. It'll be so much more fun.
Yeah.
But if you're in a relationship, like that's cool. Like go with your boyfriend or whatever.
My first prom, I really wanted to go with the guy because I was like, it makes pictures better. Like you care about like what you're posting or whatever. Which you shouldn't care about that, but I did. And so I ended up going with one of my brother's friends. He had graduated before me. He was a couple years older. and he did not talk to me at all. He went to my prom's after party without me, and I like saw a video from there, and I was like, and so that was not even fun. And I literally just went because I wanted like aesthetic pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
But then all the other dances, I took Carly to a dance. I took our friend Soraya to a dance. I went to a dance with some like girlfriends from school, and they were fun. Like they were really fun. That being said, like you can have fun with like a guy. I went my senior year, I did have a boyfriend, and I went to dances with proms with him, and they were really fun.
Yeah.
I also went to another dance with a guy I was dating at the time, and he literally cried because I told him to try a hush puppy, and I just sit in the hallway the whole time, and I didn't even want to bring him to the dance in the first place. I don't know why I did.
Girl, go by yourself.
Yeah. If you don't have a fun guy that is going to dance with you and going to have a good time, there's no point in bringing a guy just for pictures or just for looks. You can take very pretty pictures with your friends that are girls or other, like, just casual guy friends. You don't need to make it about, it's like, it's a dance. It's not serious. Yeah. Like, it's for fun.
You'll probably just regret, like, going with
and
some
then it's
random
awkward.
person.
You're gonna show, like, even if you have good pictures, for what? You're gonna show people the pictures and be like, is that your boyfriend? I'm like, no, that's actually some guy I don't even know.
Yeah.
I just brought him.
You're basically using him as a prop.
Yeah.
Like, tip number 3. Yeah, that was a 3. Go to events / school dances.
Yes. Even if you think you're not gonna like them, like, go try to have fun.
Yeah. Like, go to your football games. You might not like football.
I don't know anything about football. I went to, like, all of them.
Yeah, exactly. I hated football, never watched the game. But it was really fun
to,
like,
I never
go
watched the game.
and hang out with people from school, like your friends and stuff. And, like, they would usually do, like, fun, cool themes, like, for the football
and you get
game.
to dress up.
Yeah, that was super fun. So, go to games.
Even if your friends aren't there. I went to some games. Like, I went to basketball games, football games, soccer games. And sometimes my friends weren't even there, and I would find people to sit by. But then you realize, actually, they are kind of fun. Like, these people are kind of cool. And then you just have more people, more connections in your school you can branch out to.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have your best friend at every event. I went to football games by myself a lot. My freshman and sophomore year, my brother had to drive me because he was going to my high school at the time, and he would like take me super early and drop me off so he could go like to dinner with his friends, and I would be sitting by myself, and I'll be doing some puzzles on my phone. Yeah, kind of awkward, but then like I was there by myself, and I was like, okay, I can be by myself, and then people would come, and I would be like, let me talk to them. They're here by themselves right now too, and then I made friends. You might not think you like dances.
Yeah, just try it out.
And don't
just go once. You don't ever have to go again if you hate it.
A wallflower. No, because there's some dances I definitely was, and I would leave thinking, why did I go to that dance? That was not even fun.
I wish I talked more. Like, I wish I danced and, like, talked to people.
And then your feet hurt anyways because you're just standing there in your heels.
Yeah.
It's good. And then, like, I don't know, like, you are just eating the snacks, and then you're like, oh, now I'm the girl who just goes to, literally pays to go to this dance to go eat snacks in the corner.
Yeah.
I've been there too many times. But the dances I went and I was like, let me not care. Let me dance. I always thought that was so fun. I don't even know how to dance. I literally am the worst dancer I've ever seen. Well, but I'm pretty bad. No, not me picturing somebody, but yeah.
Just try it, because it might be your new favorite thing.
Never was into basketball. I started going to basketball games.
Basketball games are so fun.
For some reason, all the other schools had hot basketball players. I don't know what was wrong with my school. Maybe it's because I already knew everybody, but I like basketball now.
Yeah, basketball's
I would watch basketball games.
I didn't go to a single high school basketball game, and I regret that because
you
went to
one you went with me.
That's
at my school,
but not my school.
This kind of ties into our next tip, but one event that could be if people invite you to like study groups, go to the study groups because. I mean, I guess it depends on how you study. I always thought I studied better by myself, but I'm, like, inherently very competitive. And so if we went to a study group, we would play, like, Kahoot or something, or, like, Quizlet games, and I would want to win. And so that made me, like,
want to learn this stuff.
Work harder, and I would,
Yeah.
like, memorize the answers and whatever.
Mhm.
Every AP class that I had a study group for, like, studying for the exam, I made a 5 on the exam. Like, study groups help a lot. Find people who are, like, trustworthy, hardworking, because you're gonna be trustworthy and hardworking. Like, that shouldn't even be a tip. Like, don't slack off in school. Like, but you're gonna find somebody or a group of people. You might make a group chat. You might find some people who are going to, you can get help with for homework if you don't understand something, and you can help them. I had several group chats with people who sometimes I would forget to do something until last minute. I'd be like, hey guys, like, help me out a little bit, and they would collaborate with me on that. And then same thing for them. You know, we had, like, online homework that we would, like, proofread for each other and stuff. And we ended up all doing really well in the class. Yeah, no, actually, that would make me, when I was at home, I would just get on TikTok or something. But when I was with other people, like I said about me being competitive, I was like, they're gonna see how hard of a studier I am. They're gonna see how hardworking I am. And so I'd be like, oh, I'm studying. My notes are so pretty. When I'm at home, I don't give a crap. So that helped me, like, stay in line when I did work with other people or when I did homework. Because I, like, want them to see the best side of me when you're at home, like, no one else is watching.
Tip number 5. This is, like, so obvious. And, like, I don't know, like, everyone knows that they should do this. But, like, it just needs to be said. Do not care what people think of you. Or at least try not to care. Like, it is really hard not to care what people think of you, but literally nobody matters. Like, looking back at my high school experience, all the people that I was, like, scared of, like, all the people who I, like, wanted validation from literally do not matter to me. I'm like, why did I care so much, like, what you thought of me? I should not have cared at all. And that probably would have, like, impacted, like, I don't know, me, like, talking more and stuff.
I cared a lot, like, earlier on in high school, like, freshman, sophomore, maybe even part of junior year. But after that, I stopped caring. For the most part, I cared about some things, but for the most part, I stopped caring. But before that, it would restrict me so much. Like, I would be afraid to post pictures sometimes, because I'd be like, I'm so scared of what, like, this certain group of people would think. Like, girl, that group of people is trashy anyway.
Yeah, like they literally don't matter at all.
The people whose opinions do matter to you, the people close to you, they're gonna support you regardless. And the people whose opinions shouldn't matter are gonna be the people who, like, are giving you hate. So there's no reason to listen to hate, because if it's coming from someone close to you, then maybe you need to cut them off. But you don't have to care what people think, because the people that do matter, they should be, like, supporting you.
Yeah.
And, okay, unless you're just straight out doing something crazy, then maybe, like, listen to them.
Yeah.
If you're, like, throwing your life away. But when it comes to, like, you know, like, clothes, like, fashion, music choice, like, what car you drive, it does not matter.
Just don't care.
Most of the people I cared about, not that I cared what thought of me, they all, I'm not friends with any of them.
Yeah.
They, like, literally, I don't even know if they know I exist. Like, we're completely different people. It would be really weird if they loved every single thing I did anyway, because then they would literally just be me. And I already got one of those right here. Yeah. So why do I need why do I need 2 of them? And so that's weird. Like, why do you want someone to love every single thing you did? Like,
yeah, and you're probably, like, overthinking things too. Like, not everyone is going to notice every little thing that you do wrong.
No, I used to, like, not drink water in school because I would put ice in my water bottle, and then it would make a noise when I drank. And I was like, everyone is listening to the... No one is so listening to the ice. Like, I couldn't
no
cough.
One cares. Like, I phically could not make myself cough when I needed
to. If I moved, they would make a noise.
So
and I'd be like... because I didn't want anyone
like
to
a
hear me.
Chair, you, like, can't move.
People are going to be like, Lauren is so loud and annoying.
Exactly.
No one is thinking that.
And if they are, that's so
dumb. The people I would be scared about are literally loud and annoying in themselves. Like, you're not going to care if you have ice in your water bottle. Girl, drink that water. Stay hydrated. Like, What?
You need
Why was
to.
I?
It's
Yeah,
okay to make a
literally
little
cough.
noise.
I remember thinking in my sophomore year, there was someone in my physics class that I always thought, oh, they're so popular, they're so cool. And this man goes to the front of the class and blows his nose in a tissue, and I was like, he is so brave. Like, I literally remember thinking, like, sitting in awe, being like,
I could
he
not
does
do
not
that.
care. Like, he doesn't
I would,
care.
like, ask to go to the bathroom and blow my nose in the bathroom before I would do it in front of the class. I'd be like,
blow your nose if you
like,
want
so
to.
quietly.
If you want to
Blow
drink
that
water,
nose.
if you want to wear a windbreaker, you can move your arms. Like, no one is judging you. No, they're all like universal experiences.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, does she have ice in her water bottle? Like,
yeah.
that's so embarrassing. No,
That's so dumb.
No.
And again, if they care, that is literally so stupid.
Yeah, and that's weird if they do care.
Yeah.
Like, why do you care about that? Like,
then it's like
check
they
yourself.
care too much about you, and
yeah,
that's
fan
freaky.
behavior. We
Yeah,
got some
like,
stalkers out
are you
here.
stalking
Like,
me?
don't care what people think.
Yeah. Tip number 6.
Have friends that go to other schools. You know, like, we didn't go to the same school, and
Yeah.
we did things together.
Yeah.
And
And we knew each other from, like, church.
yeah, I had friends from, I played soccer outside of school as well as in school.
Mhm.
So I had friends from, like, soccer, from church, from work, just, like, things I did in the community.
Yeah.
Like neighborhood friends.
Mhm.
Like, you don't have to only be hanging out with people in your school all the time. You see them every single day.
Yeah.
And that it's important to have school friendships, but, like, it's also important to have people who are going through different experiences than you.
Exactly.
And then if you have an event at your school that no one at your school wants to go to because they know it's going to be lame and you want to go, you can trick one of your friends. They don't know about it.
Yeah.
I brought her to
You did that
freaking
to
Sadie.
me.
Well, no, I brought her to Valentine's Day. It was fun, though.
Yeah.
We heard some rappers rap.
True. That was exciting. It'll be good for you because
And then
you're
you
not
can,
gonna
like,
like
reach
everyone
out
from
of
your
your environment into
Yeah.
different environments.
Yeah.
Because we have, like, completely different school experiences.
Yeah.
I went to a charter school, and she went to, like, a really big public school, and I had, like, a small school.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, our sports teams were different. You get to, like, play people in sports that you know from other schools. That's cool.
Yeah.
And it's just exciting if you, like, bring someone from another school and they're like, who is that? Like, you have other
That's
friends.
true.
And I'm like, yeah, I do. She's my
Cool.
friend.
Mhm.
Some people might think that you're gay. It happened to me. And I'd be like, no. It's like,
Yeah,
she's
I
just my
brought her to
friend.
my prom.
Yeah, I brought her to some of my dances, but actually, my mom wouldn't let me go with a boy to a dance until I was 16.
Yeah. So
But
sometimes
like we said earlier, you don't even have to care what they think, and
Yeah.
you can go with friends if you want to,
Yeah.
because she was more fun than any guy I could have brought.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tip number 7. Get a job. This is gonna sound dumb, but I didn't get a job till I was like a senior in high school. Like, for some reason, it never occurred to me that I could like get a job and make my own money. Literally, I wish I had gotten a job as like a freshman, because you can. If you're like 15, restaurants are like usually super lenient about it. Like, I work at a restaurant where 15-year-olds work.
Yeah.
Like, go like talk to some managers, like try and talk to people who like work at places that you like know of or whatever, and get a job, and you can start making money even if you're only working on weekends or whatever. If like school's too much, like it'll add up, and you'll be really happy that you got a job early on in your like high school life, because then you'll be like rich for college,
Yeah, for
unlike
sure.
me.
I didn't get a restaurant job until my junior year,
Mhm.
but I babysat quite often, and that's pretty easy because it's not ever gonna usually conflict with like school events, because you're not like on a schedule. They'll just ask you to babysit, you say yes or no. I also got certified to ref soccer, and that was a great job for school, because that's gonna be on like the weekends, so I only really had to work on the weekends, and I could get like, you know, like literally like $100 in a Saturday, and that
Yeah.
would be great, and I wouldn't have to like take time away from homework during the week. And then once I did get a job at we work at a pizza place my junior year, now I learned more about like balancing time. Because even if you don't need the money, it's important to learn that work ethic.
Yeah.
Especially working in restaurant or like retail.
Yeah.
I guess even refereeing, like you learn how to like talk to people that
Yeah.
or strangers.
So, like, if you're interested in stuff like that, like,
And
talk
making
to
money.
people that you know and, like, just...
It's so
get
nice
yourself a
not having to
job.
ask your parents for money all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You feel independent.
Yeah.
You make friends. That's a good way to make friends.
That's true. You're in school and they'll probably be super chill with it. Like, I can only work at night, and on these days, like, ask off for things ahead of time and you'll be set.
Yeah, it sounds hard. Like, you might not be able to think you can balance it very well. I, my senior year, I was taking 5 AP classes. I have early morning seminary for my church at 6 in the morning. I was playing, like 2 varsity sports. Like, I had a boyfriend, I had a social life, and I had a job. And it's, yeah, it sounds like a lot to juggle. Kind of was, but you can make it work, and you don't have to work every day if it's stressing you out. I needed a job because I have to pay for college, and I didn't get enough scholarships to pay for everything. So you, like getting a job was hard, but you can make it work. Like, I would tell them I'm gonna work all day Saturday, unless I had, like, something planned, then I would just work part of the day, and I could work, like, Wednesday nights this week, and I can work Tuesday and Thursday next week or something.
Yeah,
just
apply
find
to lots of
something
different
else.
places. And if
I applied
you
to
don't get
so
hired,
many
don't
places.
even worry about it, bro. Like,
let me give you a tip. I applied to so many places online, and none of them responded.
Yeah.
And then the place that I did apply to, that I work at currently, I went in and I was like, hey, I applied, and y'all never answered me.
Yeah, literally do that.
Like, do you want to hire me? And then they hired me that day, and so glad I went in. I was nervous to go in.
Yeah.
Carly was there. She was, like, sleeping in the back.
What?
Y'all were texting me.
Sleeping?
Sweeping.
Oh, I was like, I never sleep at work.
No. Where would you even sleep?
I'm sure some of our coworkers could find a way to sleep
probably,
at work. I'm sure they do it all the time. Like, and you can, like, make money, like, a different way, too. Like, if you want to, like, sell art on Etsy, or, like, do something, like, random like that.
Be a photographer.
Do that. Like, it would be fun. It would, like, help you de-stress, like, paint and stuff, and then you can, like, get money for it.
Yeah.
Tip number 8.
Oh my gosh. Eat breakfast. I cannot tell you how many times. Okay. Let me start with this. So, the days that I did eat breakfast versus the days that I didn't, I felt more awake. I felt more energized. I would feel like kind of like crappy the days that I didn't eat breakfast. And then I would be telling people, and I'd be like, I really don't feel like in a good mood. Like, I didn't eat breakfast this day. And then people would be like, I never eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Not eating breakfast is not a personality
That's not a
trait.
flex.
I'm sorry.
Or they'll just be like, I just have coffee for breakfast.
Bad. Like, what if they can't afford breakfast? Like, what if they can't afford food?
If you can't afford food, I'm really sorry, but call the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I guarantee someone will help you get food.
And talk to teachers at your school too, like they care.
No, for sure.
They will
talk
help
to your
you
guidance
get breakfast
counselor.
and lunch. Yeah.
They'll make sure you get food.
So if you're worried about, like, not being able to eat, go talk to your teachers, and they should figure something out.
Yes, but that being said, breakfast is essential.
It is the most important meal of the
day. You think people just say that because it sounds better than dinner is the most... No, it's because breakfast is the actual most important meal of the day.
It is.
It, like, wakes you up faster. You don't feel, like, grumpy all day.
Yeah.
You don't have to
It'll
eat
give you
snacks.
a kick start to your metabolism.
Yeah.
Like, if you think not eating breakfast is going to help you lose weight, it's not. You don't have to eat, like, a giant pancake breakfast every day, but, like, eat a granola bar or something. Like, it's good for you.
No, and you just feel like you have your life together. It's like, I got up and ate breakfast this morning.
True, like, I got my yogurt and, like, put some grape nuts in there.
If I could do it, and like, we had to get to class, like, church class in the morning. If I ate breakfast at 5-something every morning, and I made time in my day to do that, you can eat breakfast.
Yes.
You can do it.
It's important.
You can do it. Do it while you're driving. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll be eating, like, a bagel, and I'll be like...
But be careful.
Yeah, be safe, everybody. But,
yeah,
yes.
Lauren be driving without hands. She'd be driving with her legs.
Next.
don't feel like you have to party.
Oh yeah, don't feel like you have to party. I don't know who's telling you to feel like you have to party, but don't listen.
If you get invited to a party, like, go if you want, but if you don't want to, why does my ponytail be looking like that?
I was thinking my watch was like
the whole
flapping
time
around.
looking like that. Sorry, guys. If you don't want to go to a party, if you feel uncomfortable, don't go. I can count on my fingers the amount of times I went to a party in high school, and I went to 0 parties in high school.
You threw a Christmas one and it was fun.
That's true, but that wasn't like a
some good
party. That was like we ate snacks,
buffalo chicken dip,
listened to Christmas music, basically.
Like we said about don't care what people think.
Yes.
Like, don't care.
If you're worried about them thinking like you're not cool because you don't party, then partying is their only personality trait, and that doesn't make them cool.
See, that's like, it's fine if you like drink sometimes. Like, I mean, I don't do that, but like, that's okay if you do. Yeah. But don't make it your personality trait. Don't make getting high your personality trait. Yeah. Don't make, like, saying inappropriate things to girls your personality trait, because I know too many people like that. And it's like, no one thinks that's cool. Yeah. Like that guy is so high. He's an alcoholic. Like, no.
I mean,
I have never thought that. I mean, I haven't met anyone that's thought that. If anything, they would be like, oh, they're cool at parties, but you don't be like, wow,
like
they have an addiction. Like, I've never considered that to be attractive.
Yeah, so like, don't go if you feel peer pressured to. If you want to go, like, go, but if you don't feel comfortable,
like, have fun.
Literally don't go. Just make up an excuse, like, tell them you have plans or something. Like,
so you have plans.
You don't have.
What are they gonna do? Come to your house and stone you for not partying? Like,
exactly.
No.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna try to laugh at you, and they're not gonna be able to because they have popcorn loan. Like, girl, go improve yourself. Go to the gym or something. Mm-hmm. Go read a book.
And
do your homework.
Yes, be good to yourself. All right, next tip. We only have 2 more. So this is tip number. Oh wait, no, we have 3 more. Tip number 9, I think. Choose good friends. Like that. It's like sounds cliche, but really, it is. But like, they're the people that you'll be with your entire high school experience, probably.
If there's no one worthy of your friendship in your school, like, don't be like, oh, I'm above all of you. But if there's legitimately no one that's going to uplift you
and like respect
you, then you don't have to be their friend. You're not gonna be desperate for you're not desperate for friendship. You're not just gonna be like, I'm really lonely, so I'm gonna put up with how toxic you are. I'm gonna put up with that you lie all the time. No, you don't put up with that. You find friends that uplift you and that you uplift.
Yeah, find yourself some good friends. Yeah, if you're in a toxic friendship,
get out of there.
Cut them off.
Get out of there.
Go find yourself some better friends. Like, you deserve better than them.
Yeah, no, you really do. And like, okay, you can like talk to them and be like, you're not being a good friend right now. Mm-hmm. And if they turn it around on you, like, leave. Yeah. But if they like don't change or understand that, then focus on yourself, girl. Mm-hmm. Or just find someone else.
Go up and talk to people. Like, I was so afraid to talk to people for some reason, but literally, like, you can make so many friends by just like walking up to them and being like, hey, like, how are you? And just like start a conversation, and then you'll be best friends maybe.
Yeah,
like,
just be bold, be brave.
Yeah, like, if you've like seen somebody and you're like, oh, I feel like we would be good friends, go talk to them.
If you think they seem cool, then they probably think you seem cool too, because that means you have a similar
And then
interest.
They'll be grateful that you came up and talked to them, because they'll be like, wow, we're going to be best friends forever. I'm so
And if they don't, if you go up and they're mean about it, then
don't talk to them again.
You don't want to be their friend because they're mean.
Exactly.
So, best way to find out who you want to be friends with, go up and talk to them. Mm-hmm. And another thing, I used to be so scared to cut off bad friendships that, like, weren't good for me, because I'm like, we were best friends, like, we were meant to be. I don't want to be a bad friend to them. If they're a bad friend to you, you can cut them off, and you can grow. Like, not all friendships were meant to last. Mm-hmm. You're meant to have a good time and learn something from them, and then sometimes they don't work out forever, and that's okay. You can be grateful for what you had. You can be happy that you were friends, but you can grow apart.
Yeah.
And you can find new friends, and you don't have to force yourself to stay with a friend or with, a relationship that you grow out of. You don't have to stay with them. I had a friend from elementary school that we just recently were not being as close anymore because I realized they were, like, being kind of toxic.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
Like,
obviously, I would prefer to be friends forever because I love that person. And I'll always probably love that person because we've been friends for so long and I've seen them go through so many things. But if they're treating you like garbage,
drop them.
And if they really respect your friendship, they're going to understand that they're losing you as a friend and they're going to change. And if they don't, it's not worth it.
One more tip and then I just thought of another.
Oh, okay. So the tip that we were thinking of is if your school offers AP or dual enrollment classes,
take advantage of that.
Even if you don't think you're going to college, leave the door open where you could and look good for college. I was dating some guy. He told me he didn't want to take any AP classes. He didn't even care about school. He was like, I'm not going to college anyway. I'm going to be a freaking photographer. Like, okay. See, the thing is, even if you think you have your whole life figured out, which is great if you do. I like to plan things out myself. I think I have my life figured out. You want to be able to refigure it out. You want to be able to change your mind.
You don't want to limit your choices because you didn't
You don't want to build a wall that you can't pass. Take AP or dual enrollment classes.
If you're up for a little challenge.
I didn't take any dual enrollment.
You'll thank yourself later.
I signed up to take dual enrollment and I got in and then I said, never mind. And I ended up taking 12 AP classes and I had I passed all of them except for 2, which I got 2s on. But I got a couple 5s for it.
And that gives you college credit.
I have over a semester. I think after this year I might have 20-something credits. Yeah. Which is pretty good. In college.
So do that. You'll have college credits before you even get to college.
Even if you don't go to college, you're going to learn how to do hard things. You're going to learn how to be and that might even influence your decision if you don't know if you want to go to college or not. Take a class that's college level, and then you're going to be like, do I want to do this for 4 years?
And now you don't have to take that writing class or that biology class or whatever in college because you already took it in high school.
Yeah, save your money. College is so expensive. But and then you're going to be excited. Even if you choose not to go to college, you left that door open where you had a resume that looked good and you had credit that you could have used. Because, like I said, then you know for sure that you don't want to go.
So my tip is, don't feel like you have to have your life planned out in high school. You don't have to go into high school I'm going to be a doctor. I have to, go into these, well, Lauren knew she was going to be a doctor, but that was just my example.
Yeah.
You don't have to be I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to take these anatomy classes or whatever. You don't have to follow the career path in high school. Exactly. I didn't do that. I know so many people who took random health classes.
I did change my mind. School. At one point, I thought I was going to be a forensic scientist.
Yeah.
And I took a forensics class and I loved it. And then I realized I would be poor and probably have trauma from dealing with dead bodies.
That would be pretty scary.
And so I changed my mind.
Yeah. So, and that's okay.
Refigure
I'm literally about to be a sophomore in college and I barely even know what I'm doing. You do not have to have, your 14-year-old mind does not have to know what you want to be when you grow up.
Your 14-year-old mind barely even knows it exists yet.
Yeah. You have so much time. Do not worry about taking all these classes, being on this. They do, what is it called? Do what sounds interesting. And then maybe you'll find...
I know what I want to do in college, and they gave me a plan. I'm a biochemistry major, and they're you need to take all these chemistry classes, all these biology classes, and I already had some credits from AP, so I'm just throwing in some fun things. I'm taking a cooking class, I'm taking a dance aerobics class, I signed up for a yoga class, and then obviously I'm taking chemistry. I'm retaking calculus, even though I have the credit, I'm retaking it.
Yeah, that just turned into another tip. Take classes that sound interesting
that are
to you.
Fun. Don't kill yourself.
Take classes because your friend is taking them. You don't have to be oh, I'm going to take meteorology because, Sarah's gonna be in that class and I really want to be in it with her.
And you don't even like
Take
that
the
class.
film class that you think you're interested
Girl, do
in.
it. I took a U.S. history and film. That was the best class I ever did.
Yeah, I took a film class and it was literally my favorite high school class ever. Like, take the classes that you're interested in. It doesn't matter what your friends are doing. Just
No, because you're gonna make friends in that class.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've never had a class. I've had so many classes that I was bummed out that I was in because none of my friends were in that period.
Yeah.
Which is such a high school problem. Like,
and then you
I
make
don't have any friends
if
if and then at the end of the year, I didn't have any classes that I didn't have friends in. Because you make friends and you're like, wow, I never would have met this person if I hadn't branched out. Because if your best friend is in that class, you're probably just going to talk to them.
Exactly.
But
and then
if they're not, you're going to talk to more people.
Yeah.
That's why my best friend didn't even go to my high school. So I always made friends.
Yeah.
I hope that helps, guys. Please enjoy high school. It is fun.
Yeah.
People say the best time of your life. I always love the time that I'm
supposed to
in.
be the best time.
I don't know. Some people peak in high school. Don't peak in high school, but do have fun.
Yeah.
This is going to be at the end. We're going to have some
Bloopers.
Bloopers.
So. Sorry, we've been drinking a lot of soda.
Hi.
Didn't see you there.
Yeah, hey neighbor.
Okay, sorry guys. So